welcome back to ZEGAMI Beauty. My name is Krisha. Welcome back to my channel. So happy that you've joined me today. We're going to be doing a really fun video reviewing the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 1. So she recently came out with the Divine Rose 2, and she did it so that both the Divine Rose 1 as well as the 2 came out with the pink packaging on her website. The Divine Rose 2 in the pink packaging sold out instantly. I actually initially did pick that one up or put it in my basket. I was humming and hawing because I just wasn't sure about it. And by the time I decided to purchase it, again, not being fully sure, it was gone. So then I went back and I'm just like, well, maybe it was just meant to be that way for now, because I really wanted to pick up the Divine Rose 1 way back when it first came out last year. And so I got it in the pink packaging, which I'm so glad I waited. This is just so beautiful. So before we get into the actual unboxing, demo, and review, of course, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram at ZEGAMI Beauty. Okay guys, so I think that's everything for the short little intro. Let's get straight into the demo and review. So I have my base down, all my makeup's on except for the eyes and mascara, and now we get to open up this beautiful package that actually came in really quick. So it comes in a box like this, and this was again directly from the Pat McGrath website. I know the last time I ordered something directly from her, let's scooch back, it had a lot of like extra packaging in it that was like those little fluffy things everywhere, which was so unnecessary. So hopefully, yes, she didn't do it. It was just too much. It was like that crinkly paper confetti, and she didn't do it this time. Perfect. Just bubble wrap and some tissue paper. Way better. That was just too overboard. Box got a little bit dented. Beautiful packaging. Made in Italy. We'll just kind of open it up here. So this one is the limited edition, and you get the names of the colors on the inside as well. The reason why I got this was because of the pink packaging. Divine Rose 1 has been out for a while. I don't know, I really didn't feel the need to get it. But when I saw it in this pink packaging, I just really couldn't resist. And then the back. Use without caution. Shade throwing and eye ecstasy may result with prolonged use. Hilarious. Okay, so it has that beveled mirror. We're gonna take off the plastic. Better look at the mirror. Crystal clear, so beautiful. And then the beautiful colors. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna do some swatches, and those I'll pop up as well. And I'm just gonna go top row left to right, and then bottom row left to right. We have Skin Show Nude. Next is Velouria, Sable Bronze, Refined Gold, and the last in that top row, Iridescent Pink. Then we have the bottom row, again left to right. We have Extreme Mahogany, Lovelace, Rose Dusk, VR Rose Venus, and Astral Solstice. This came to 170 Canadian, free shipping, and then she had a discount code for 10% off. So very expensive, obviously a luxury item. I don't know, I really wasn't going to purchase this. I don't feel there's a necessity to spend this much money on eyeshadow. It just looked beautiful. The pink packaging sold me. It just really did. I think it's gonna look so beautiful on the vanity. And the colors, of course, looked very subtle, very wearable, so I'm happy I got it. Let's go in and do a little bit of a eye look. So first color I'm going to dip into is probably going to be this mauvey shade at the top here. So that one there, quite powdery, but nothing unmanageable. And I do have my lids primed with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin. So a little bit more cool tone than I like in my crease. Normally I probably would have wanted to go in with my bronzer, but that's okay, we'll warm it up later. So a bit more on the other side. And I think I am going to put a little bit of a bronzer. I'm just grabbing my Gucci bronzer because it was at my vanity. I'm just gonna pop that into the crease. Yeah, that's better. I just have that natural, kind of like yellowy tone in my crease, and instead of fighting it, I tend to enhance it, and then it just kind of looks more natural. Strange, but true. So let's go back into the palette and build up the crease a little bit more. I'm going to put in a little bit of this shade here, Rose Dusk. Deepen up the crease a little bit. Just a crease brush, nothing crazy. So slightly over the whole lid and then blowing out the crease. And I always tend to drag it underneath and then out like that. Next shadow I'm going to take with a little bit more of a precise brush, dip it into this shadow here, Extreme Mahogany. So I'm just going to line my top lash line with it and just slightly deepen up the crease. I really like that. That one's really pigmented and really easy to pick up. And what I like to do with this little brush is at the end, whatever's left over, I kind of take it outwards and just slightly pull it out. Again, I like to do that because I have really round eyes, and I feel like by kind of dragging out the color a little bit outwards like that, it just kind of creates a little bit more of a sexier cat eye shape. Perfect, beautiful. Now we get to go into the fun colors. Let's go into, it's called VR Rose Venus. And that looks like a really beautiful duochrome shade. I'm gonna take my fingers. So very golden, that shifts slightly pink. And we're just gonna pop that in the middle. Oh my gosh. It is truly those special shadows that really make her palettes special. Now I want to take some of that really opal-y shade, Iridescent Pink, which actually is one of the colors in her highlighter palette, that top one there. And I'm just going to kind of pop it on top, but concentrating it just slightly on the inside. That is absolutely stunning. Then we're just gonna use all the special shades because why not? So there is a bit of a straight up gold, which I may not use. I'm actually gonna use the other special one, Astral Solstice, and just kind of put it all over the place. Because that one's sort of a sheer glittery shadow. Now I want her Divine Rose too. Wow. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is build up my edge of the crease a little bit more with that dark shade, so Extreme Mahogany. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of that VR Rose Venus on the bottom. And then a little bit of the Iridescent Pink just on the bottom inside area. I'm going to do my inner corner, use Skin Show Nude, which is this color here. Very soft, very pigmented, and really highlights that inner corner. I'm going to use that same color on my brow bone and just highlights it beautifully as well. Sort of a standard type color in her palettes, which I think is specifically there to highlight these areas. A little bit more of that Iridescent Pink, just there. I love that. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go align my eyes with Carbon, put on some mascara, and come back and show you guys the entire look. Try to dim down my lighting a bit to give you that sense of dimension, the sparkle. This is gorgeous. I am so glad I got this. Wow. Okay, be right back. Okay guys, mascara's on. I lined my upper lash line with Carbon, and then I did a little bit of Copper Charge in my waterline, and this is the final look. Okay, so I'm gonna come in close and hopefully you guys can get a sense of just how beautiful and multi-dimensional this eyeshadow is. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I love how this turned out. It's still on the kind of natural side. I'll definitely do probably some more looks with this palette. I'm hoping to do another video where I maybe do a couple more looks, something a little bit more nighttime. Although this palette is quite natural, there's really not enough super dark shades to create anything overly nighttime, but I do feel that if, for example, the look was really built up with even this brown shade all over the lid, and then, you know, adding a little bit of that into the crease, and then putting something really sparkly on top, like even this one on top with this one, I think you could get a decent nighttime look. I do feel the other one, Divine Rose 2, is definitely more going out or nighttime in terms of the colors. So after using this, I think I'm gonna get that one, like I said. I'm kind of glad I got this one first because my other ones that I have, and I do have the first one that came out, which is really quite cool toned. This one would be nice for nighttime with this particular shade. It would look gorgeous. But otherwise, it's kind of almost too cool tone neutral, and I don't pick it up very much. And then I have this one here, which is Mothership 5. And beautiful. I wore this one on my birthday 2 years ago because this year my birthday was during lockdown. So I wore this one last year, I remember, and it looked so beautiful when my husband and I went out for dinner and drinks. So I use this on like times when I go out, but I feel like this is definitely more intense and definitely more nighttime. The Divine Rose one, oh, it's so beautiful. So easy to pull off a daytime look with this. I can't wait to wear this just on a daily basis. So glad I picked this up because now I can actually use something on the daily from her, which my other two palettes I really wasn't getting enough use out of. Otherwise, beautiful palette. I can't recommend it enough. The eyeshadows were so easy to blend. The special shades were just extraordinary and so easy to use with your finger. The packaging is so luxe, so heavy. It just feels like luxury. Will look beautiful on your vanity. Came within 10 days, which is, I think it's perfectly reasonable. I don't have any issues with that. Something faster would be, of course, through Sephora within your own country. Okay, guys, I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you go. I have lots more videos coming up very soon. I usually try to post 2 or 3 per week. I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.